Hello, everyone, and welcome to Soul Standing. My name is Beth, and I am here today to briefly discuss the Children's Literature Book Club book pick for January. We read The School at the Chalet by Elinor M. Brent-Dyer. The School at the Chalet by Elinor M. Brent-Dyer was originally published in 1925. And before we get into my feelings on the book, let's talk about the author herself. So she was an English writer of children's literature. Apparently, according to her author information, she wrote more than 100 books during her lifetime. And the most famous of those were the Chalet School series. She was born in 1894 by the name of Gladys Elinor May Dyer, and she passed away in September of 1969, so she lived to be 75. And within the, I'm going to say 50-ish years of her writing, she published over 100 stories, and they were known to be adventure and school stories. Her first book was published in 1922, and it became the first in a series called the La Rochelle series. But she went on holiday in the Austrian Tyrol. I cannot pronounce all of the names, but she went on holiday over there, and she was inspired to start the Chalet School series whilst on holiday. And she also became a governess at one point in her life. So The School at the Chalet is the first book in a series, and it tells the story of sisters Madge and Joey Bettany. Madge is in her early 20s, and their parents have passed away. They have an older brother who is stationed in India, and he is part of the story, but we don't really see him. Madge decides to start a school for girls, like an English boarding school, basically a school for girls in the Austrian Alps, kind of to earn money, but also because Joey is very sick. She's just got a dainty disposition that the weather in England is not helping at all. She seems to have bronchial issues. She's ill a lot. And a few years prior, before their parents passed away, they all went on holiday to, I want to say it's pronounced the Tegernsee in Austria. And Joe did a lot better there. And so the place that Madge wants to start this school is in the Austrian Alps because she knows that it will be good for Joey and it will help them earn money. So she talks to her brother. They sell the house, most of their possessions, and they end up going to the chalet and beginning a school for girls there. And number one, Madge was right. Joe's health improves drastically pretty quickly after getting there. Throughout the book, you see that while she is still a very bookish, cerebral dreamer, she begins more and more to be able to be outside and to run around and not have to just lay down, which is amazing because at the beginning of the book, you know that Joe has this very active mind and imagination, and she wants to be out there running around, and her body just can't handle it. So the absolute change in her ability throughout the book is amazing to watch. So anyway, Madge and Joe end up going over there. They take a girl from down the way whose stepmother wasn't aware that she existed until after she and the girl's father got married, and she's not living the best life. And they end up going over there. There are a couple of other people that they know are going to show up and kind of be boarders at the school, but Madge really thought that it was going to be a struggle and that it was just going to be very small classes. And throughout this first book, you find several of the area girls end up becoming day school individuals. We get a couple more boarders. And so Madge is very surprised to find the school growing rapidly. The girls seem to get along well, although there are some shenanigans that happen, and some of the girls don't quite get along with each other, which is very true to form. Uh, so I ended up giving this book 4 out of 5 stars. It is one of Fiona at Reads and Eats' most favorite comfort reads of all time. She gives it a 5 out of 5 every time. So I hope she wasn't too disappointed. I did give it like a 4.25. It just didn't quite make it to 5 stars for me because it is the first in the series. And as such, we got a lot of background and a lot of introduction, and we didn't get very deep into anything. And there were several things that got mentioned in passing that did not get brought back up. She assures me that these get brought back up in the continuation of the series. But in the first book, they get brought up and you think, okay, the next chapter is going to be about them doing this, and then it's not. So that kind of pulled me out of it a little bit. I am going to be picking up the next book in the series, Joe of the Chalet School, again by Elinor M. Brent-Dyer. I am going to be picking this up in February and reading it. I am assured again by Fiona that we get a little bit more in depth. We learn more about these things as we continue on. I would love to know if you've read it. Did you read along with us in January, or have you read it previously? Had you ever heard of it? Because before becoming friends with Fiona, I had never heard of this series before in my life, but I am from the southern United States. I think this is very much a kind of European staple. So if you had never heard of it, or if you have heard of it but never read it, if you've read it, whatever it is, let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you did read along with us but have not joined our Discord group, I promise I'm trying to be more active in the Discord. It is linked down below. You can join us for February. February, we are just reading a book that features our favorite animal. It does not matter what age level, what genre, anything. You can pick an adult cozy mystery or horror book as long as it features your favorite animal. Now, this is the children's literature, so I would encourage you to find a middle grade or children's book, or YA if you would like, that features your favorite animal, but anything goes. So please join us. Please join the Discord group. Come chat with us. Talk to me in the comment section down below. Let me know all of the things. I will talk to you again soon. Until next time, stay safe out there. Find a good book to read.